Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today we get to take a look at the 2025 Toyota Camry. This is the XSE. It's finished off in supersonic red and it has an MSRP that starts just over $34,000. We have an extremely popular family style sedan that has a lot to offer. And we will start off with what powers the new Camry. This is the 2.5 liter inline 4-cylinder with the hybrid. It's also paired to the CVT transmission, and it pumps out 225 horsepower, 163 pound-feet of torque. That power is sent to the front wheels, propelling this 3,600-pound sedan from 0 to 60 in just under 7 seconds. And then as far as fuel economy goes, you're looking right around 48 miles per gallon in the city with 47 out on the highway. So if you're looking for an extremely fuel-efficient sedan running on a 13-gallon fuel tank, this is the option to go with. Now there's the Toyota badge right in the middle, along with a sensor underneath that, very thin for that upper grille though, integrated nicely into the headlight housings here, where the turn signal wraps around this bodywork. DRL is in the lower section with all of that gloss black. There's also a large lower section of the bumper there to provide cooling as needed, and a few lines that come down the hood. Now as we work our way to the side, this has a multi-spoke design for these wheels with that two-tone look. There's also body-colored mirrors with a turn signal, full moonroof up top, gloss black for the window accents there, and then some nice lines that run down the side, just giving it a great shape overall. Now there's also gloss black for the spoiler. There's more gloss black running right through the trunk there, LEDs for the taillights, and then the dual exhaust in the lower section. Now you can also use the button on the key fob or the one to the right side there to gain access to the cargo space, where you have a large cutout on both sides. You can put in some larger items sideways. There's a little bit of storage under the floor. It's mainly for the spare tool kit there. And then you can also fold down these back seats to give yourself that much more interior space. Now, as we work our way to the back seats now, the door panel is pretty simple. You have your release window control, a little bit of storage with a nice design to it, however. And then just taking a quick look with one seat down, you do have this area here, but you can slide in some larger items as needed. And then at 5'10", I can easily hop into the back where there's storage pockets along with vents and climates. And I have about a ½ inch or so of headroom. So it's not all that tight for, I'd say, a smaller sedan here, but it's pretty nice. You have a small bulge in the middle here, but your middle seat passenger won't be affected too much with that. And then up front, there's the mirror controls, window adjustments, and a little bit more storage down below. And then the automatic front seats here, which have a hint of blue to them. So hopefully you can see that within the insert there. Now as we start this up, it is a hybrid. It's not a plug-in hybrid, but we have the battery that you can pull up, and then EV on that left side there to show that we are in the EV setting. Now there's the leather steering wheel with the paddle shifters, cruise control, distance pacing, lane keeping assist, mode and tuning, volume, Bluetooth controls on this left side. And then you can go through these shortcuts here. So you have 1, 2, and 3, and you have quite a lot that you can scroll through just depending on what you want to have on which screen. So there's a ton of information. Energy monitor is the battery level for that hybrid system. And so you can have 3 presets set up with the information that you would like. Now there's the automatic headlights, traction control, dimmer switch for the gauges, trunk and fuel cap release with 1 air vent, and then a pretty large infotainment system. I think it's nicely integrated into this dash here, where there's the navigation, music, and phone. You can get into your climate adjustments. For the front, you can get into your heated steering wheel, trip information, and then there's a lot of settings here, just depending on what you would like to see. Now underneath that, there's another LCD screen where you can get through all the climates. So there's the fan speed, temperature, shortcut to the heated steering wheel, and then you have the heated seat adjustments along with AC and some defrosters for the mirrors. There's air vents underneath that, along with auxiliaries, wireless charging, and a lot of space in front of the 2 cup holders. If I put this into reverse, there's the backup camera with a few different angles here and the guidelines, depending on how you'd like to view that. There's also drive and the ability to change gears. There's also 4 different driving modes. There's eco, normal, and sport. And the last one is the EV mode. Now you can't use EV mode out on the highway or at greater speeds. This is more for parking lot situations. Auto hold and the e-brake are behind that. You get more storage with an auxiliary, Plenty of storage in the glove box there, and then garage door buttons up top, and the adjustments for the sunshade and sunroof. And then here's a look at visibility over both shoulders. Pretty easy to see. It's a very popular sedan, but it offers you a lot of visibility. And we are still in sport mode from second gear. Here we go. Just easy on the throttle, and we are up to speed. For the numbers that I mentioned earlier, it doesn't seem too underpowered for what it is. Again, it's not a performance-oriented sedan by any means, but I feel like we have an adequate amount of power to get this up and moving and to get out of its own way, things like that, if and when needed. Well, this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the new Camry. I think it has a great interior look to it. With Toyota and Lexus as well, you don't get an abundance of technology, and I think that's what a lot of Toyota and Lexus owners really like, but we have everything here that you would use on a daily basis. So if you're just looking to maybe hook up your phone for the Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, you can do that. Basically go through your whole phone on the screen, and then you have some of these other creature comforts for daily driving. So I like the mix of not going overboard, but just giving you what you need to use every day. And with this vehicle, again, it's something that is very easy to drive. As far as its turning radius goes, I don't think we will have to back up, which makes it pretty maneuverable in parking lot situations. It does look like we have to back up here slightly, but it's not a hard vehicle to drive or park. And then as we get back up to speed here, don't really feel much torque steer or anything. I didn't mash my foot to the floor there, but with the front wheel drive system, not really something you have to worry about in a vehicle like this. But super comfortable to drive, very practical for its size, and it's a nice vehicle. Something if you are doing a lot of commuting, maybe you don't want an SUV, you're looking for a sedan, great option to go with, especially for its pricing too. In the $30,000 range, even creeping up to 40 or plus, depending on the trim you go with. It's somewhat of an expensive vehicle, but when you compare it to the competition, it's kind of right in line with everything else. So if you're looking for an affordable type of sedan, this is a great option to go with. Even on the used market too, you can find them with very low miles, even a lot of miles. You're really not going to have to worry about maintenance or anything like that because it is a Toyota. But that is going to wrap it up for the 2025 Camry. Once again, huge shout out to Hendrick Lexus Northlake for providing this vehicle for me today. Take a look at their website, give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on our daily uploads, and I will see you all in the next video.